Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MegaMek and specifically we're picking up where we left off. Good morning Mr. McGorilla and good evening Varank. How are you guys? I hope everybody is well. Small admission of error on my part. When I was gearing up to sit down and play today, I traditionally rewatched last week's episode. I mistakenly watched the week before last's episode again, and somehow it didn't click that it seemed too familiar. So I did some rushing, skipping ahead, trying to catch the main parts, but I might be a little unprepared today. And if that affects you guys, I apologize. It's not my intention. So, to pick up where we left off, Brett the Hitman Hart, hello and welcome. Yes, new follow. Don't know if you saw that on the starting soon screen there at the bottom where it says latest follow. At least artillery isn't involved. This is true. Sorry, that got lost when I swept the screen around. But yes, hello and welcome. Glad you could join us. And yes, at the moment we are currently, I believe we're working for the Draconis Combine against the Free Rasselhog Republic, which normally wouldn't sit well with me, but C-bills spend just as good as anyone else's. Yeah, I'm my introduction to BattleTech was largely influenced by the Grey Death Legion, so I generally consider the Draconis Combine to be the bad guys. And I feel like I'm not alone in that. I feel like there are several people who have it out for the Draconis Combine in that same way. That said, it's not necessarily right, but this is again, it's all about morally gray areas. So right and wrong doesn't really hold a lot of water, I don't think. Let's go ahead. We'll replace the convoy and the Op4 players with Princess, so that we can carry on this game. And that was that the commando just moved? No, that might have been the Axle. I didn't get a good look at it. That said, we've got an Axle over here, which I believe has an autocannon 20 on a turret. In which case, yeah, we don't want to be within 3 hexes of him. No way, no how. There appears to be an ECM bubble nearby. I'm stuck at the setting stream up screen. Let me. The Drax do have a villain theme going on there. Feels like World War II, Japanese Empire, and ancient samurai Bushido. That is, yes, a big part of it. I'm largely westernized. Let me see if I can correct this for Mr. McGorilla. We've got starting soon. We've got MegaMek. We've got just chatting, which is a close-up on me for, you know, what that's worth. Is anyone else having an issue with the stream, or is it just Mr. McGorilla? Rank says no issues here. I don't know. It must be a local issue, I'm guessing. I don't know if there's anything I can do to help, except maybe be extra verbose in describing the action. I think the Wolverine is gonna jump up here where he's got partial cover. Maybe not to there. How about there? That gives us long range on the Axle. No, we're not all playing in the same game. Not exactly. It's me playing against Princess, but at a certain point, I was inviting viewers to have personalized avatars within the game. So some of my viewers from back in the day are various characters in the game. We've got, I mean, besides, let's just start at the top. We've got Earl Sinclair, who was originally introduced by Random Guy, or what was it, Random Guy's 1983 Geo Metro. We've got Frederick French, aka Star Wyvern, was the first player introduced. Yarvik was one of our NPC founding characters, as was Petra. Vernita likewise was one of our founding members before I had any viewers. Ruby Stiletto Singh Gilmore was... I always forget who Ruby was. And Zero Two was a randomly generated AI character as well. We picked up from the... I forget if we captured him or if he was in the personnel market. But it was one or the other. Hey, you fixed Twitch. Good. Glad you're able to make it back. I was just giving Brett the Hitman Hart the rundown on who's who in this current match. As far as other lances, we've got Hoser is Varenk, who is currently in chat. Warwolf is Lark, who had to go incognito. Ash was... I forget who Ash was as well. See, that's why I had to start insisting that people's screen name was their call sign. Adon Tsubasa Gato was Tsubasa, of course. We've got Tentacle Shogun and a Marauder. Marco Scarponi, which... That's Mr. McGorilla, right? I can never remember. Nan Limerick and Anita are also NPC randos. And I apologize, Mr. McGorilla, for not being able to remember which character is yours. I know it's happened more than once, and I apologize. Meantime, we've got an Axel to deal with. We're gonna go ahead and jump... Okay, yeah, Scarponi. I would have been embarrassed if I'd gotten that wrong. Like, well, more embarrassed. Let's see. Earl is trying to go... Oh, we've got back shots on the Awesome. And for what that's worth, the Awesome has buttloads of rear armor. We actually kind of want him to be facing us. I can't quite get to cover behind here. And cover from here is only good through there, so that's no cover at all. Could go there, that gives us partial covers. It puts us 6 hexes from the Awesome, which is just at the edge of his short range. But it does give us front shots on him. Partisan, I'm less than worried about. It's mainly the Axel and the Awesome that I'm concerned about at this point. And I feel like we're working on bringing enough firepower to bear. And the longbow. The longbow has taken some back shots, but is otherwise relatively undamaged. See, Wyvern. That's long range from the Axle. That's 5 hexes of movement. I feel like that's safe-ish. Let's see, Earl Sinclair. I think we wanted him... Did we want him there? Ready to start moving south? No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna move the Atlas to the north end of the field. We can get right side shots on the Awesome from here with Yarvik and the Rifleman. Petra can join in the backshot goodness on the Awesome, or more likely, actually, I'd like to start trying to disable the Axle. And the quick draw against an undamaged Phoenix Hawk. Now the quick draw is also relatively undamaged. It looks like we've taken a large laser to the right torso at some point. That puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes from the Phoenix Hawk, which is I'd rather be 3 hexes from the Phoenix Hawk because we've got more medium lasers and SRMs than he does. Oh, we're down below. He's up above, it looks like. I thought we landed on the bridge, but we don't appear to be on the bridge. I guess we're gonna have to jump it. It's gonna do bad things to our targeting, but let's go ahead and start down here. We're firing on the Phoenix Hawk. We've got him on 7s. We can large laser and all but one of the mediums and the SRMs. Alright, the Banshee has the biggest guns up here at the north end. We've got the Awesome on 8s. We also have the Locust on 8s. Locust is part of the Op4, not part of the Convoy. Speaking of which, do we know where the Convoy is at all? I don't think we do. I think they're sneaking across the south end of the map. Either way, we're going to start with some PPCs into the back of the Awesome. And we'll throw in a trio of medium lasers on 10s. Is the bridge CF too strong or to fire on it? Yes. We would have to do 56 points of damage to the bridge to drop the Phoenix Hawk from it. The bridge has 100 points for the options that I chose at the beginning of the campaign. So for heavy mechs and assault mechs, that can be a viable strategy, but for medium mech, it's generally, I think, a better choice to shoot at the mech itself, unless you've got sustained fire from a distance or whatever, where the bridge is an easier target. We've got 8s and presumably 10s on the Awesome from Random Guy as well. I don't know if I like those odds. We've got the Locust on 8s and presumably 10s as well. Hmm. 6 hexes is kind of an awkward range for a large laser. Alright, not a lot of that's gonna hit, but maybe some of it will. Let's see, Wyvern, we're gonna hold on to you for last. You're too valuable as a crit seeker. Yarvik and the Rifleman, we've got back shots on the longbow, which is... I don't know why he turned his back to us, but we're gonna try to prove to him that that was a mistake. We can go up to 5 heat, I think, on 8s. He's got practically no armor on his back. Okay. We'll have Stiletto firing on the Awesome, was the plan, I think. We got the awesome on a 7 all around. And now we've got some SRMs on 6s. That's worth burning 6 points for, I think. And finally, Wolverine. Oh, 9s. That's... might be better off firing on the awesome on 8s. At least it's 8s all around. And yeah, we'll burn for the awesome. We'll build up plenty of heat this turn to get the awesome off the field now. Alright, so the Phoenix Hawk missing both of his shots on 9s. The quick draw returning fire hits the Phoenix Hawk in the right arm for 8. Only SRMs, Batman. I sure hope that awesome's gonna be toast. I wish it had ammo. If it had ammo, I'd be a lot more certain it was gone. But since it's an energy boat, I'm hoping for some actuators, maybe. But I'm not expecting to take it out of the action this turn. I'm thinking maybe next turn after more sustained fire. Let's see, we've got a medium laser on the Phoenix Hawk right arm down to 1 armor, 4 SRMs, 2 of them hit to the right leg and left torso rear. Let's see, the Banshee hits the awesome in the right torso rear with a PPC, does not go internal. Medium lasers to the left torso and center torso rear, leaving him with 5 and 14 armor remaining. Locust missing on a 9, the Partisan missing on 12s. The Atlas at the Locust hits him in the left leg, critting on a heat sink. Ah, dang, leaving him with 2 structure. Maybe we can tag him with some LBX pellets in a turn or 2. The Awesome, with its 2-3 pilot, landing 2 PPCs on our Archer's right arm, critting on his hand and leaving him with 8 structure. Rifleman at the Longbow, hitting him in the left leg and the left torso rear, going internal. Autocannon 5s to the right leg and center torso rear, going internal. And the medium laser to the left leg, leaving him with 5 armor there. The Axle, firing 10 LRMs at the Atlas, all 10 hit on the left torso, but fortunately no crit. The Cronus at the Awesome hits him in the right torso, critting on one of his PPCs. Medium lasers to the center and right torso. Medium laser misses, and 2 SRMs to the center torso, critical to no effect, leaving him with 1 armor, and 2 to the right leg, leaving him with 22. Longbow missing the Atlas on 9s with both LRM 20s. And our Archer finally at the Awesome, missing with the first 2 launchers, but then finding some good targets. We've got the right torso down to 5, we've got 2 engine crits. Praying for awesome gyros getting chewed up, or, you know, if we can get an engine kill, that would work too. Let's see, we've got the left leg down to 14, the right arm down to 13. We've got the left torso down to 10 structure. Got the right arm down to 7 armor. So 2 engine hits, that's some good damage. He's gonna be struggling to keep up with his heat, I think, after that. Speaking of engines. The Wolverine at the Awesome hits him in the right arm with a medium laser, leaving him with 2 armor there. Let's see, Wyvern took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets an 8. The Longbow needs a 5, gets an 8. The Awesome needs a 6, gets a 5. Falls on his right arm and right torso, blowing off his right arm. So he's down to 1 PPC, if I'm not mistaken. Well, which means at least his heat won't be an issue. Pilot needs a 6 to avoid damage, gets a 7. The unconscious pilot has woken up. We've won initiative going into round 6. We're at 97% of our forces. The primary op 4 is down to 66% of theirs. The convoy is at 90%. Let's see. Who did he move? Probably the commando. I'm gonna have the quick draw do a scouting action. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes. That gets us 2 points of evasion on a sprint. Should be able to do that without a piloting check. Oh yeah, this awesome is chewed up. Got no armor across the torso or the right arm. The left arm is down to 4. The legs are both down to 14 or less. He's still got more back armor than front armor. And yeah, he's... Oh. Okay, he's still got the PPC in the left torso. And... I think... Star means it fired, I think. The X means it's destroyed, if I'm not mistaken. No. Who do we move next? I think means critted. I don't know if we had critted his left arm PVC, did we? Systems. Oh. Shoulder. Yeah, maybe the left, maybe the star is critted. He might be toothless. He might be absolutely ungunned. In which case we can split our fire between the longbow and the axle. We'll have maybe Wyvern come in for the kill. And then maybe move on to the axle after that if we can land some hits on it this turn. Let's give that axle some range, shall we? Let's see, that's going to be extreme range, which works for me. The longbow is trying to back himself up to a hill. I want to not allow that. Oh, that's right, we're hot this turn. So we're 3-5. We're not in his rear arc, but maybe we can land some hits on his left leg. Left torso, maybe? Let's see, Wolverine. We jump and be, that looks like 7 hexes from the axle. That's long range, plus 3 target movement mod. I feel like that's relatively safe. Trying not to give that axle any shots at all, if I can help it. And last but not least, the Cronus. Let's get in here and engage the longbow, I think. Awesome successfully gets up, needs a 3, gets an 8. The Phoenix Hawk running on turning on pavement needs a 4, gets a 6. Alright, first things first, does the quick draw have any targets? No, scouting mission was a dud. We have no weapons mounted in our arms, which means we're getting shot in the back and we really can't reciprocate. Which is a shame. We'll have to turn and face him next turn. Let's see. Earl Sinclair has the axle on 8s. Let's switch to cluster munitions, save that for last. So we've got 10s and 12s. I think I want to end this turn with 1 heat. So we'll do the LRM, we'll do the SRM, we'll do the LBX on a 7. Wyvern has the axle on 9s, the awesome on 4s. Do we get the kill? Yeah, let's go for the kill. We'll stay relatively cool. We'll end the turn with 1 heat again. Let's see, Yarvik, you've got left side shots. Stiletto's got front shots, so it doesn't really matter who goes first. It's gonna be a 6 from the large lasers, 7s for the autocannons, and 6s for the mediums. We'll keep the small laser silent just because it's on a 10. Petra at the axle, we've got 8s and we'll do 7s as well. So that's both PPCs. I know shooting at him from the front with an LBX is not the most effective way to use it, but I'm hoping to get some tread shots or maybe a fuel tank or something lucky. And since I want to keep the SRMs out of it, we'll do 2 heat on 12s with most of those lasers. The Wolverine has back shots on the axle on a 9 and 11s. Might get lucky. Stiletto at the longbow on 5s, and we should be able to unload almost everything. Puts us at 4 heat. Good shots. Alright, the Phoenix Hawk missing on 10s. The Atlas scores a hit on the axle's front with the large laser. 12 LRMs to the front and turret, costing it half of its movement points. The LBX hits it largely on the front, costing it another movement point from a hit to the left side. Wyvern at the enemy awesome, hits it in the center torso, hits it in the right torso, destroying it, and critting on the PPC again. We've got the left torso down to 6 structure, we've got the 3rd engine hit, so that is a kill. And that leaves him with 4 structure on his center torso and 4 on his left torso. So that is salvageable. That's a good gyro. That's, well, it's not the biggest engine. But, yeah, we can get that up and running. Not that we really need to. We already have a spare hoser's ride. The Partisan. He currently has 1 backup ride. But it is fully customized, and it's exactly the same as his current ride. Except that it's in mothballs instead of level A quality. So yeah, maybe we can fix him up with another backup ride, or we could give a copy of his ride to someone else and have another spare. Let's see, the Rifleman at the longbow to the center torso and right arm for 8 and 5 each, down to 4 armor on that arm. Medium lasers to the center torso and left torso. Banshee at the axle hits it in the front with a PPC, leaving it with 5 armor, missing with the LBX. The axle missing the archer with the autocannon 20 on an 11, landing 10 LRMs to the left arm and right leg. Wolverine missing on 9s and 11s. The longbow at Wyvern hits him in the right torso rear with 4 LRMs and the left arm with 3 more. And then all of 20 LRMs from the last launcher to the left torso rear, the center torso rear twice, and the right arm is down to 3 structure. Cronus at the longbow hits it in the right arm with the large laser down to 10 structure. Medium lasers to the center torso, small laser to the right torso, and the SRMs miss. Just need to get in sync control so he can control 2 at once. Kind of like the opposite of Pacific Rim, 1 pilot, 2 mechs. Go like 20 roll LRM. Oh, yeah. 20 LRMs is a good roll, and the center torso rear twice, the left torso rear for 5. That was pretty good rolls. And I don't know if it's me personally, or if it's the game, or what, but it feels like Princess gets better rolls than I do. I don't know. I haven't studied this statistically, but it always seems like I'm missing on 5s and she's hitting on 8s. But it could just be observer bias. Let's see, we've got our heat mostly in check. The Rifleman and the Wolverine are both at 3, the Cronus is at 4. The Longbow is at 9, and the Phoenix Hawk is at 7, so they're not managing their heat as well as we are. Definitely get that feeling too. Well, maybe it's a legitimate psychological phenomenon, or maybe it's just not quite random. We've got the primary op 4 down to 51%. We've got the convoy down to 90% still because we haven't found the rest of them. And we've lost initiative going into round 7. Well, that stinks. We'll have the quick draw. Oh, we've got a sensor return over here. We need to get over there ASAP. Okay, and we've got the Xanthos down here. Yeah, they were sneaking past on the south end. That is not the kind of tactics I'm used to Princess using. I think it's sometimes true because some missions give the enemy AI strong gunnery pilots. Sometimes, yeah, but in this campaign at least, I feel like we've generally had the advantage of better pilots in most cases. Okay, so how do we get down there? We can scoot this way, down this. That's gonna take 2 flipping long, but we need to try it. Petra, you're going to continue engaging the axle, I think. And or the longbow. Wolverine and Wyvern can maybe start engaging the partisan. Pierce, hi, how's it going? Finally hit a mission in my campaign that MegaMek on my PC cannot handle. Just crashes it and will not load the 45 by 65 map. And about 40 starting mechs and vehicles. That's a good sized match. 40 is bigger than most of the matches that I've done. Uh, 45 by 65 is also not a small map. That said, I have played bigger maps with bigger forces against Gribbly, for example. Do have a new PC coming, so hopefully good. Current PC is from 2012. When your campaign comes to an end because MegaMek can't run it anymore. Indeed. Alright, Wyvern is going to back up and engage the partisan. Yarvik and Stiletto are going to engage the longbow. That leaves the Wolverine to fight at the axle. Yeah, one of the things that I like most about MegaMek is how it's not super hardware intensive until you start getting into the really big battles. That said, I am glad for you that you're getting a new machine, something that's a little less, no offense, but antiquated. Should probably you should upload the save file. Someone can probably finish that mission for you. I mean, yeah, the MUL files for the forces and the map file. There's a Discord for you to share files on if you want. Link is in my bio. Cheap plug. Okay, so this axle. I want to keep him at long range or longer. Needs a 3. Yeah, let's try and just completely immobilize him. Random guy, you're not going to be able to see much of anything. Let's see, Petra at the axle on 9s. And an 8. That's going to be out of range of the mediums, and we don't have LRMs on the Banshee. Yeah, it's going to be 9s and 8s there. let's see. Cronus into the right side of the longbow on 5s. And we're gonna maybe keep the large laser silent this turn just because it's so much heat. Yeah, that works. And then Yarvik coming in from behind. We'll do 1 large, both autocannons, both mediums, and the small. I know the autocannons don't have the best chance to hit, but I feel like they're still a better investment heat-wise. Oh, we've got the Partisan on 3s. We'll go full burn on that one, puts us at 4 heat. That's something this mech doesn't do very often. It usually stops 1 or 2 launchers shy of full burn, but in this case, yeah, worth it. We've got the Axle on 7s and 11s. We'll go up to 1 heat for those odds, and the quick draw still hasn't got a shot on this Phoenix Hawk. Alpha Strike, yeah. That's the kind of match that Alpha Strike is for. And there has been talk of them doing a MegaMek adaptation of Alpha Strike, but it's a long way off if it's even in the works. But yeah, it's good for those. If you had someone, you could print out the mech sheets and do it tabletop. If you had someone to play against, and you know, a weekend or a week to play it in. Oh yeah, the Banshee missed with everything. But on 9s and 8s, I'm not exactly surprised. The Phoenix Hawk also missed. The Cronus at the longbow hits him in the left arm, the center torso going internal, the right torso and the right arm. And SRMs to the center torso, critting on the gyro and the LRM-5 ammo. So that is a longbow down and out. Score goes to the Cronus. Kaboom indeed. Let's see, the rifleman's shots at the longbow are wasted. The partisan hits the archer in the right torso and the center torso with a machine gun. Archer at the partisan hits it in the turret and the right side. Turret, right side. Costing it driving skill checks, half of its movement points. Down to 4 armor on the right side, hits it in the rear, costing it another movement point. Hits it in the front, costing it another movement point. Right side stunning the crew, right side down to 0 armor. Missing 9s is the most infuriating. For me, it would be missing like easier shots than that, like 3 7s and missing all of them. That would be rank. If I did not have a new PC en route, I might just. Well, again, I'm glad that you do have new hardware on the way. Missing 3s is infuriating. Yeah, it is. And, oh, the crits on the partisan. Yeah, I'm hoping. Crew stunned for 2 turns. Still not technically immobilized, down to 2 structure, and that is a kill on the partisan, with literally the last missile fired. Well, I guess there was 1 missile from this launcher that didn't hit, so the last missile that hits, at least, got the kill. 64 gig RAM PC. Oh, right, has a 64 gig PC, nice. I couldn't tell you offhand how many gigs I'm running with. It's been so long since I looked at my technical specs. Let's see, the Wolverine hits the Axle in the left side, leaving him with 24 armor. The Axle missing with the autocannon and the LRMs on 9s and 7s. Longbow landing 4 LRMs to Wyvern's right arm, destroying the arm and transferring into the right torso. Landing 32 LRMs to the left leg, left torso, right torso, the arms, and the right torso. Leaving us with 4 armor on the left arm, 7 armor on the right torso, and 18 armor on the left torso. Wyvern took 40 plus damage, needs a 5, gets a 12. Yarvik is not going to step on the pilot. He will be picking it up. It's a Marine Maya, picked up by the Rifleman. Not sure how. It doesn't have arms. Wyvern is at 4 heat. The Rifleman is at 2 heat. Wolverine is at 1. The Phoenix Hawk is at 4. We've won initiative. We've got the primary outfor down to 27% of their forces, and we are falling behind the dang convoy. Yes, we need to be sprinting. We've still got a Locust and an Axle over here somewhere. Phoenix Hawk just kicks up the pilot like a hacky sack. Do we run or do we sprint? It's 2 more hexes. I've lost track of where they are, but I want to be able to shoot them. And the Xanthos is probably behind this hill now. I had another sensor return over here. Oh man. This is going to be one of those where we, I think we're going to successfully fail this mission. We'll kill the enemies, but fail the objective. Oh wait, no, the Axle is still a threat. All right, come on. Maybe just stop doing that. The Axle has what, 0 hit movement? No, it's a 1-2 movement profile. And he's not evasive at all, but he's not immobilized. Successfully failing is sometimes better than failing to fail. Yeah, I think I'd rather successfully fail than just completely fail outright. Gonna sprint stiletto, all of 9 hexes. Zoom. APC flees the battlefield and it carries the foot platoon with it. Thus the beginning of the end. We've got... Oh, we've got eyes on the Xanthos. It's like, how does the game expect you to chase a convoy when you've got enemy archers and awesomes that can hit you while you're doing it? That's the challenge. If I had thought of it a couple of turns earlier, I would have made a push down into this corner to try to find the convoy, but as it is, that's a failure on my part. I just let them go. Let's see, let's start with the Wolverine. We've got him on 7s and 9s. And then we'll follow that with the Archer on 8s, coming at him from, I think, the right side. No, I think that's the front. We'll stop at 2 heat. Oh, Yarvik's got a shot at long range on 10s and I think 8s. Yeah, 10s and 8s, we'll take those shots. The Banshee is not going to have the range. Not quite, not by 1 hex. Stiletto, likewise, is not going to have the range. Quick draw at the Xanthos on 6s. And 8s. We'll go up to 3 heat. Maybe we can get a lucky crit, but probably not. Those Xanthoses are really heavily armored. Wolverine hits the Axle in the front with a medium laser, leaving it with 0 armor. Wyvern firing SRMs at it, hits it in the front, costs it a movement point, stuns the crew, destroyed the engine, 3 structure remaining, 1 structure remaining, and commander injured, and finally destroyed by fuel explosion. So that is the Axle off the field finally. The Rifleman missing the Axle, that's fine. The Axle landing a whopping 20-point hit, needs an 11, gets a 12 to the Archer's center torso. I'm just glad he hit us where we're strong. Hopefully he doesn't knock us down and injure the pilot. The quick draw at the Xanthos hits him in the front left leg with a large laser, down to 8 armor. Medium laser hits the same leg, down to 3 armor. Everything else misses. And Wyvern stays standing. Need to 4, gets a 7. We've lost initiative going into round 9. Means... I love how much MegaMek reinforces my fledgling Battletech rules knowledge. Little things like how many things can cause a pilot check. Yeah, it definitely helps keep me sharp. Especially once I start keeping track of all the modifiers myself. I feel like it's a really excellent tool, actually, for learning the game. I've thought about using it to try to teach someone how to play, but unfortunately there's no one in my life that I can share the computer with that's interested in learning how to play. Is that gonna be... She's on the bridge, right? She should be on the bridge. I think she's on the bridge. What do we have eyes on? We've got eyes on the Xanthos and a demolition mech, which is out of range. Models, I think, sell the game best. Yeah, I've definitely invested my share into the models. Outside of visual range. Outside of range. Out of range. Oh, there's the Locust, finally decided to show back up. We got the Xanthos outside of visual range. The Locust over there. Let's see, the Wolverine has the Locust on sprinted. Can't attack. Dang. Stiletto also sprinted. Quick Draw did not. The Quick Draw has the Xanthos on 9. So maybe we can hit that front left leg again. Throw in some SRMs just to get the ammo out of the bin. Quick Draw hits the Xanthos. Front left leg is behind cover. Hit him in the center torso. Locust missed. Not a lot of fire going on this round. Quick Draw is at 3 heat. Everyone else took a cooldown turn. We've won initiative. They're at 76% of the convoy strength. Earl is going to run. Okay, how can you determine if something is in cover or not? If you're behind a hill that's at least waist high and you're not lower than your attacker, if you have the high ground or if you're on level ground with your attacker and the hill is at least 1 level higher than your space, in which case it blocks all leg hits and gives you a +1 modifier to hit. But if you've got the low ground, you don't get any cover. If your attacker is higher than you, they can kind of see like over the hill. Oh, crap. Didn't think that one through. Oh, the commander woke up and ejected. The Atlas collapses a bridge due to heavy load. Yeah. Would have landed on his head, but re-rolled it with his last point of edge. Takes 10 points to the legs. Falls on its front, suffering 40 damage because it was a 3-level fall. To the right arm, center torso, the head again. Force against first consciousness check. Left torso, left arm twice, right leg twice, down to 11 armor on that leg. And more importantly, we now no longer have a bridge for all these guys to cross. The Cronus is hit by falling debris for 10 to the left arm and right leg. Oh, Earl takes a second point of damage, needing a 5 to stay conscious. which he succeeds at. The Cronus also falls 3 levels, causing an accidental fall from above onto the Atlas. Lands on the Atlas's head, forcing random guys, Earl Sinclair's 3rd consciousness check. He gets a 7. Gets a 7. Cronus falls on its rear, takes 24 damage to the left torso and right torso rear, both down to 0 armor. Ruby needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets a 9. Atlas is displaced into Hex 2713. This was... The bridge collapsed. I had Stiletto standing on the bridge, and Earl crossed the bridge, and that was 155 points of weight on 100 points of bridge, and so Stiletto fell on top of Random Guy. Or Earl, I should say. Random Guy is his player. And yeah, somehow they both survived. He's got 2 points of structure on his head, and he's taken 3 hits. Where do we want to try to get up from where we are? If we land on our head again, we're toast. Needs a 4. Oh man, let's go for the 4. We got the 4. All right. Cronus needs to get up and run. Needs a 3. Made it. There's no more bridge for Petra to cross. So I guess she's going to stand here and wait. Wyvern. Yarvik. Well, that was my second greatest tactical error of this mission, was trying to cross the bridge that had someone on it already. I believe QuadMek can kick behind him or in the 3 hexes in front of him. I think I should be safe here. I don't think I'm going to be able to knock him down, but I may be able to damage that front left leg. Maybe the demolition mech, I think, needs to be our priority. If we can keep him from escaping, we can still succeed at our objective. Xanthos is slow. He's going to be another turn. This is just a recap that we already read. 2 structure left on the head. Needed a 6 to stand up, gets a 9. Needed a 6 because he took 40 plus damage this turn. Interesting. It's funny how basic this game looks, but it requires so much more awareness and decision making that it's mind-boggling at times. Yeah, I was actually showing someone how to play, not where we had access to a computer, but I had some minis and a couple maps, and I was showing him how to play. And when we got to the part about physical attacks, he was like, okay, they can punch and kick each other, right? And I was like, yeah, they can also shove and charge and pick up a club and hit them with it, or they can do a death from above. And he looked at me when I said death from above, and he's like, are you for real? Like, yes, absolutely. They can jump on top of each other. Alright, Wyvern has a locust in his back, which is going to be an issue. Maybe we can punch him in the leg. If I fits, I sits. That's one way of looking at it. Impossible. Dang it. Impossible. Dang it. We've got the commando. I thought the commando ejected. You can DFA, but can you land the DFA is the question. That's a good question, yes. That's the crucial. If you can land the DFA, you're golden. But if he's a better pilot than you, good luck with that. Especially if he was at all evasive. I think the demolition mech is going to get away. We'll concentrate our fire on the Xanthos. We'll go up to 6 heat, trying to concentrate fire on the Xanthos. Okay, Wolverine killed the commando with shots to the center torso. Locust hits the archer in the left arm with a machine gun. Quick draw at the Xanthos hits it in the left torso for 13 points. And 2 SRMs to the front left leg, critting on a heat sink. I was hoping for an actuator. Is what it is. We can go for a kick on a 4. We're probably not going to knock him down because he gets a -2 bonus. Pretty unique map though. Yeah, it is. I'm really liking it. It was randomly generated. I mean, not. It was randomly pulled from the map pack, is what I should say. It was not randomly generated. But yeah, I'm digging this map. I wish the bridges were, I don't know, maybe twice as strong, so I wouldn't have fallen off of it or through it. Thomas, hi, how's it going? Glad you could join us. You have missed me make a couple of really boneheaded errors. Like trying to cross a bridge that already had a mech on it that couldn't hold both mechs. I should have just moved the Cronus first. Would have saved myself all the trouble. Quick draw, kicking the Xanthos in the rear left leg, which is previously undamaged, leaving him with 3 armor. And the building CF is lower than the weight of the mech, you'll break it. I know, I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to move my mechs, and one of them was on the bridge, and I wanted one of them to cross the bridge, and it just didn't occur to me that they would then both be on the bridge at the same time. And so my Atlas took 40 points of damage, including 2 head hits. Alright, Convoy has 2 units remaining. We need to stop both of them. That's not going to happen. We're at 92%. Primary outfor is down to 15%. It's down to 4 units. I thought they were down to like a locust. Let's see. There's a pilot there. There's the locust. I don't know where anyone else could be. Alright, but we've got Earl Sinclair can run forward here. Wyvern is going to try to go last if he can. Yarvik cannot cross that bridge, cannot reasonably fall down either. Maybe some infantry somewhere. There was an infantry platoon. They escaped along with the APC that they were being carried by. So far as I'm aware, that was the only infantry in this match. Okay, so I'm gonna go the long way around just in case we can actually make a difference. The Banshee. Screw it, let's damage these legs. Needs a 10. Nope. Nope, we're not gonna make a 10. We'll take a 3 for running and turning on pavement, sure. Let's see, Wolverine. Oh yeah, there's a Phoenix Hawk around here somewhere too. Needs a 4. Hopefully we can get that. Did I? Okay, I thought I saw him facing the wrong way, and I was like, don't tell me he fell. Stiletto. And jump up here and get eyes on the Xanthos. Let's see, the quick draw. Can get in on the right side of the Xanthos. And Wyvern can get within 3 hexes of the back of the Locust. Let's see, Earl hasn't got a shot. Wyvern has some shots on 6s. This is going to get ugly. We're going to go up to 3 heat. Yarvik can flip his arms and get the Locust on printed. Never mind. I'm hoping to make that Locust toast. just in case. Yeah, we can hit him on a 12. We might as well try. We've got the heat sinks to spare. Wolverine at the Phoenix Hawk out of range, or blocked by terrain. Stiletto at the Xanthos, we've got him on a 10. Everything else is out of range, and the quick draw, last but not least, has him on 6s, but we're gonna have to not fire everything. We're just getting too dang hot. Alright, Archer at the Locust, hits him in the head. Hits him in the left arm, left leg destroyed. Okay, Locust is toast. Left arm down to 0, left torso rear down to 0. Crit on the medium laser. Left torso rear down to 1 structure, right arm down to 1 structure. Right torso rear down to 0, left torso rear destroyed. Engine, gyro, machine gun, ammo. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, no more Locust. And all of these shots we still were taking. Banshee missing on a 12, Cronus at the Xanthos missing on a 10, Locust landing a medium laser on the Banshee's right leg. Would have been the left torso rear critical. Glad that didn't happen. And a machine gun to the center torso rear. Quick draw at the Xanthos. Hits him in the front right leg, which previously undamaged. Front left leg, previously damaged. Critting on his foot and his hip. Rear left leg, critting on his hip and his heatsink. S-arms to the left torso and head, forcing his first consciousness check. Needs a 9 due to 2 hip actuators hit. Gets an 8. Takes 10 damage to the right torso, center torso. And blacks out in the fall. Needs a 5, gets a 3. Yeah, we will go ahead and kick you. Kicked him in the head. Destroyed by damage. That was lucky as heck. Are you playing with core breach rules? Not sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about like underwater hull breaches? Core breach rules. Is that due to engine crits or oh, stackpole? No. No, I like to get in close too much. That would be suicide. Like Mech's going critical and exploding violently. No, I've got that turned off for engines and ammunition. No, there is no stack pulling in this game. I like kicking and punching too much, and I like keeping my mechs alive. And if you punch someone and the stack pull them, you've lost your mech. Pilot Bow Romano needs an 11 to wake up, gets a 7, so he stays unconscious. Okay, we've got the primary op for as still at 11%. That must be that Phoenix Hawk. Oh, he can see the Phoenix Hawk from there? Very nice. Yarvik. Yeah, we'll sprint there. Petra. Can't sprint there, but we can get to there. We'll get to there. Needs a 2 for running and turning on pavement, no problem. Multiple close in and have both on. Oh. That sounds like suicide to me, but what do I know? It's fun. If you don't like holding on to your mechs for very long. My campaigns, I don't like losing mechs. I'm highly averse to losses. I do not like attrition in the slightest. Which I know is an inherent element of this game, but for me, it's almost like it's a puzzle to be solved, how to finish each mission with a minimum of losses. Okay, we've got some long shots there. We don't have any shots there. We got beat up bad 2 weeks ago. Lost 8 mechs and 6 pilots. Wow. That's rough. That's half of my active force. None to ace. None to ace? Did someone, you're saying that someone went from having no kills to being an ace pilot in that mission? Oh, none to AoE. Sorry. Lost 8 mechs and 6 pilots, none of them to AoE. Okay, I understand. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, that to me sounds like a nightmare of a mission. I don't think I would enjoy that very much. Atlas lands a large laser on the Phoenix Hawk left leg. Quick draw hits the Phoenix Hawk in the right arm, destroying it, and the center torso down to 18. Medium laser to the left leg down to 9 armor. Phoenix Hawk falls, takes 5 to the left arm, stays conscious, needs a 3, gets a 5. And is this the point where we're gonna be calling it? Yeah, brutal is right. So both of the unconscious pilots stay unconscious. Let's go ahead and finish off this this Phoenix Hawk, and then we'll call it. My new pilot is going into LAMs. I don't mind losing, but I like losing if I at least bring a good chunk of the enemy with me. I've got 4 kills. 4 kills and 8 losses is... I mean, I hope you at least took down more tonnage than you lost. Alright, and we are closing in on this guy. I think now that he's missing his arm, he's actually in retreat, maybe? And he failed to get up on his first attempt. Took 5 to the left torso. Let's see if we can put him down this turn, shall we? On 7s and 9s. We'll go up to 7 heat on the last turn, sure. Wyvern's got no targets. Yarvik has no targets. Petra has no targets. See, got no target there. Cronus with the Phoenix Hawk on 6s. We'll do a full burn. That puts us at heat neutral. And the quick draw, also full burn into the rear on 6s. Puts us at 5 heat. That's acceptable. So, you say your new pilot is going into LAMs. And I feel like that's... I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. But wouldn't you be splitting your XP between your piloting and gunnery skills for mechs and aerospace? Or you just, I mean, how does that work? So you're going to be advancing slower than anyone else. Which is unfortunate. That's my main reason for not getting into LAMs. Yeah, you have to build both sets. And I'm not sure which set you use when you're in your land air mech mode. Or your, what's it called, a Gerwalk? The one with the legs and wings. So we hit him in the right torso, the center torso, left leg, left torso. LRMs to the left leg, right torso, left leg, critting on his hip and upper leg. Arrow, I think. Okay. So yeah, it's especially important to build them both up. Um, Hopefully you start as a 4-5 for both. Um, if not, that could be a little iffy. I've only recently dipped into LAMs, weird machines. Yeah, they really are, and they've changed the rules since last time I played them, which was not recently, obviously. Uh, Ooh, we destroyed his left leg. But yeah, last time I played with an LAM, the rule was that you could jump 3 times your normal jumping distance, and I think you got some free heat sinking in that mode. Oh, destroyed by engine destruction. In the fall? No, from SRMs. 4-5 mech, 3-4 arrow. Oh, that's actually really good. Slash victory. And we've still got a couple pilots on the field, but otherwise I think we're good. Robin Rushchen needs a 7 to wake up, gets a 9. We always save the salvage. Tried them in instant action and was able to transform into aerospace, but they didn't have any weapons in aerospace mode. That doesn't sound quite right. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have the same weapons in every mode. Yes, we did control the battlefield. Atlas took heavy damage, mainly to the head. The archer took some damage, lost an arm. Found that very weird. Yeah. Is there a possibility that's a glitch or something? 3 hits. That's gonna be an injury. Yeah, we will. Oh, dang. I forgot we don't get salvage this mission. We get compensated for the salvage. Dang. So that's 1.4 million for the Awesome, 4.3 million for the Xanthos, 1.2 million for the Phoenix Hawk. I think we're getting 50% of those numbers, so it's gonna be a respectable amount, but it's not max, unfortunately. We captured the pilot of the Commando. We also captured Bow Wow. Then, who was the other one? I don't see the other one, the one that we picked up. Let's see, the Xanthos was to 0 Chew, the Axel, the Partisan, the Locust, the Awesome, and the Harvester, and were all Wyvern. Vernita took out the Commando, 0 Chew took out the Phoenix Hawk, Stiletto took out the Longbow, the other Commando ejected. Okay, there were 2 Commandos, I didn't realize that. Prevent 50% from reaching the east. We prevented the Harvester Ant and the Xanthos, but not the Demolition Mech or the APC or the Foot Platoon. Can't spit on Seabills, I guess? No, I'm not upset about that. We did not capture any of the support units. We just destroyed 2 of them. We did force withdrawal, but that still is going to be -1 scenario VP plus 1 scenario VP. I think that's gonna make it listed as a draw. I'll take it. I'm a little upset that they got away from us, but we failed our objective and still didn't call it a loss. So let's see. Senti, Karashi, and Bo have been added to the personnel roster, but neither one is willing to defect. 100,000 Seabills each for the Atlas and the Archer. 4.2 million for salvage exchange. So yeah, that's a respectable amount of salvage. I'll take it. 4.2 million Seabills is, like you said, you can't spit on that. Now in the infirmary, we've got Earl Sinclair. He's got a laceration on his head and a bruise on his right leg. and some cuts on his right arm. That could have been much, much worse. Elsa, our veteran doctor, is going to take the prisoners that are not willing to defect. Let's see, we've got no one in the repair bay yet because they're all still deployed. Yeah, that's going to be, I think, tomorrow and the next day we're going to have people coming in because those missions were on back-to-back days. We've got no one, I think, needs to be maintained that isn't being maintained because we didn't get any salvage. Might have some XP to spend, or we might not. We've got Tentacle Shogun with 30 XP, which is enough for piloting but not gunnery. I think we're saving out for gunnery, holding out. Are we playing on recent MegaMek release or stable? Somewhere in between. We're playing 49.7, which was a relatively stable development, but it's also not the most recent one, which the last couple were less stable. That said, I have run into a little bit of issues with this one. For example, we've got a mothballed archer that is assigned to Vernita Formosa that I can't unassign her from, no matter what I do. And as long as she's assigned to it, she ends up being not on the personnel roster. You're playing on 49.10. How is that? I heard 49.10 was more stable than 0.8 or 0.9, but I haven't upgraded yet. Are there a great many changes? It is, and very pretty. Really? Did they update like the user interface or something? I might have to check that out. In the meantime, we will advance one day. Yeah, nothing happening except people coming back, presumably from battle. Let's see, we do have access to a transport bay, so we will go ahead and move everyone there, just to keep things simple. UI has more data, we just started a new drop. Okay. Come on over after you're done. I would, but big fluffy 10,000. I would, but I'm actually going to be doing some stuff immediately after this. You might actually hear some rustling and brushing on, and some noises towards the end of the stream that are, you know, preparations being made. I tried 49.10, but found it got too unstable for my taste, so I rolled back to stable. Okay. Don't let me forget to raid Big Fluffy 10,000 though. I will definitely do that, but unfortunately I won't be able to join you. I've got, like I said, I'm doing Christmas stuff. Shopping, wrapping presents, whatnot. We found a couple of bugs. Okay. Hopefully nothing too serious. Okay, let's start with the Atlas. No, the Archer is gonna need an arm. That's priority number 1. Our group is why 48.9 got updated to 10. Oh yeah? Yeah, I've provided some feedback in the form of bug reports on GitHub, but and some of the stuff that I had requested fixes for got fixed, at least for that version. But then I found a later version where it was unfixed, if that makes sense. Found some major bugs. Okay. like game-breaking stuff. Some of the devs watch us and Joker. Okay, well that makes sense. Game-breaking bugs, yeah. Okay, we can get this arm on a 5. Here's hoping. Ratnabala is going to be doing our reloading for us. We've got... No, I want a veteran doing armor. We've got Fred Modry is going to be doing the little jobs, I think. 31 XP is closest to going up. But yeah, it's cool that it's such a small community and we can get to know each other well enough that the devs are able to pay attention to individual streamers like that. So I appreciate the community and as a whole, just in general. I do. Veronica can do the big jobs. Doesn't need to be such a big job. Really? Have Fred do that. 50 minutes. 25 minutes. Love the niche community and that there are still dedicated devs for the game. Yeah. Absolutely. That said, I'm glad the community is growing, especially with the re-release of the boxed sets and everything. It's very cool to be able to welcome a bunch of new players to the fold. Joker runs between 6 and 10. We run 8 to 12. Well, dang. You guys tend to play a bit later than I do. I wish I could play from 8 to 12 or from 6 to 10, but unfortunately that's just not an option for me. I generally Thursday's the only days that I have off from work consistently, and so I have to kind of try to do everything on those days. Oh, 6 and 10 and 8 to 12 players. My mistake. Wow. Whew. Went right over my head. That is pretty intense. That's a lot of players. I'm guessing it's more like a kind of like a D&D game where you've got one dungeon master and a bunch of people each with one character. Joker's game runs on Saturdays. Both of us stay about 8. Okay. Okay. Start about 8. Okay. So about the time I'm wrapping things up generally. On 6s, that's rough. Any on 5s, I think. Yeah, we can. Oh, that was costly. Okay, so we've got the arm being replaced. We need the head to be fixed. That's going to be a Chris job, I think, at ×3, so we don't risk damaging it. Let's see, that's going to be 100 minutes. We'll have Guillaume. Oh no, we don't need to have a veteran doing that one. We can have... Heck, we could probably have a green tech do that on a 6. No, we'll do a 4 with a regular tech. And then we'll have Chris. I got this armor on a 4, hopefully. 38 minutes. We'll have Fred Modry do that on a 4. Leaves him with 120 even. Yeah, we'll have Fred Modry do these little jobs, anything under half an hour. Ratnabala is... There we go. Didn't go all the way up. Is our reloading tech. That leaves us with 175 minutes on the Atlas. Have Alexander do those on, hopefully on 6 or not. That leaves us with 100 minutes. Have Guillaume do that on a 4. Poser's Ride with some minimal damage. What do we got? What do we got? Have Fred Modry do, I think all of these are small enough jobs for him, even if it's like on a 6, for example. Banshee took basically no damage as well. Of, I guess, Halima? No. Yeah, no, I guess Halima can do that. I want to save the rest of my veterans that have 480 minutes. I want to save them for bigger jobs if there are any. I might need to look at picking up some more LBX ammo because it looks like we're getting pretty low. Cronus took a little bit of damage as well. Let's go ahead and have Lonnie start working on armor now, since she's got time and really no one else. Not no one else, but the one I had been using doesn't. Quick draw. Gonna be Ratnabala on the ammo. Rifleman on the ammo. Soccer ammo. Green ammo. Alright. Lonnie doing armor. Ooh, 85. Well, that's fortunate that she has exactly the right amount of time for that, but I was hoping to give her some more XP with these other little jobs, but I guess I'll have V do those. And that just leaves the arm on the archer. Yeah, so for as much damage as we took, that was actually a bunch of really easy repairs. So the only one left needing, that was Mariana Lance cannot deploy right now. So we can send, say, Aleutian Lance here. And I think Galatea Lance here. Oh, sweet mother of enemy forces. Hostile force detected, hostile data center, hostile orbital defense. 0-2 on track 1, so the hostile orbital defense is our strategic objective. 3-2, we failed that objective apparently, and there's no going back from that. I found them. Found all of them all at once. So Galatea Lance is going to be doing a breakthrough mission. Terrain coastal, Sandy River. That'll be happening on apparently the 9th, it says. Let's double check that. Yeah, the 9th. So that's happening today. And then we've got, wait, hostile facility on the 9th, breakthrough on the 11th. Hostile facility. Okay, so orbital defense is happening today, it looks like. So Mariana Lance is out. Galatea Lance is deployed. Looks like Tonga Lance is going to be going to the orbital defense. We've got 11 in today's drop. We've got 11 players. Wow. A bunch of flamer turrets and an LRM-20 turret. That's not too bad. A cicada, a crusader, warhammer dragon, and a bunch of tanks, and a griffin and a dragon. So 11 players. Alright. We've got about half an hour left of tonight's stream. We can go ahead and start this mission, but I don't think we'll be finishing it. Map is town generic, 50 by 30, full moon night, clear, calm, and light fog with 2 rerolls. Destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units, including the primary outfort and the base turrets. Now with our 2 rerolls, I'm thinking full moon night, we can maybe get daylight. Is daylight advantageous to us? That Warhammer has a 2-4 pilot. That's pretty scary. That said, we've got an awesome with a 2-3 pilot and a specialization. We've got a 2-4 and a stalker. If you finish it on time, it won't be a good finish. Yeah, but unfortunately, I do have things that I need to do after this. And I'm kind of bogarting the living room. So several reasons I cannot I won't be able to finish this this battle tonight, but we can at least get it started. Oh, I forgot to do my reroll. Do we want to actually reroll the light condition, or do we want to spend our rerolls? Yeah, we'll reroll it. Daylight. Okay, works for me. I'm saying they would end up winning if it finishes quickly. Oh. Yeah, we're pretty badly outnumbered. We might be out BV'd as well. Yeah, by almost 1,000 points. Let's go ahead, go full screen here. We'll go compact display, and we'll sort by battle value. That Warhammer is worth 2,000 points. The Dragon is worth 1,400, and he's got multitasker and natural aptitude gunnery. Okay, that's going to be interesting. The Vedette has Terrain Master Swamp Beast, and the other Vedette, the AC2 one, has Eagle's Eyes. Versus our Lonesome 4 mechs. The Awesome, the Stalker, the Archer, and the Blackjack. It's too late to call in reinforcements, and I don't have anyone I can call in anyways. But I do want to change one thing. The pilot, natural aptitude is one that you have to randomly spawn with, and we don't generally allow the enemy forces that one. That's just how I've been playing it since the beginning, so don't think I'm like changing anything up for you guys. Alright, so we're deploying in the southwest, everyone else is deploying in the center. The map is going to look roughly like this. That works for me. Not a lot of cover, actually. Oh, there should be a fair amount of cover. We'll see. What's the worst that can happen? We've won initiative for deployment phase. Everyone's still at 100% naturally. And we don't know where any of them are yet, because we have yet to deploy. Poser, I know, likes to stick back and snipe, so we'll go ahead and have him start lastly in the corner. With a nice, broad, clear line of sight against pretty much everything. Still no eyes on anything. Okay, Warwolf likes to be a bit closer in. So we'll start him there. We still don't have eyes on anything. Ash likes to be even closer in than Warwolf, so we'll start there. And Tsubasa in his Blackjack, maybe we'll start there. It gives us, yeah, a good route to the north of that little pond. We've lost initiative going into round 1, and wait. Oh, I forgot to, when I re-rolled it, I forgot to reset it. That's why I couldn't see anyone. Well, hopefully that doesn't have a negative impact. We might, I don't think I'm gonna restart, but, alright, searchlight, no. It's gonna be reckless and searchlight on. Walking. Walking or running? We'll do walking. Needs a 3 or better, we got that. Oh, and we've got eyes on a whole bunch of things now. That's quite the searchlight on, yes. No. It's gonna be reckless and searchlight on. And Tsubasa, reckless and searchlight on, and walking, I think. Yes. Needs a 4, and he fell. Needed a 4, got a 3. Fell 0 levels, takes 5 to the right arm, needs a 4 to avoid damage, gets a 9. And maybe we can get up. Bend my ammo on the first round. High grab on a 5. Ouch. Rolled a 3. And what, throw armor crit on the ammo bin? On the first round? That's unfortunate. That is highly, highly unfortunate. Do you guys play a persistent campaign, or is this just a single match? I'd be upset if I was playing in a persistent campaign and I lost my guy on the first round. Alright, we've got the Vedette on 8s, so we'll go ahead and take those. Warwolf likewise has 6s. Oh, new pilot. Oh, damn. Ash taking fire from multiple sources, particularly Skulker on 4s or the Saracen on 5s. Which one is the bigger threat? The Skulker has 300 points with a medium laser. The Saracen is an LRM-10 and 6 SRMs. That's going to be the Saracen. We've got him on 5s. And Bassa, last but not least, has the Cicada on 11s. Or do we have the LRM-20 turret? On 7s, yes, we'll do that instead. Maybe we can crit the LRM launcher. Hoser at the Vedette hits it in the left side for 9, leaving it with 9 armor. Hits it in the turret and the front for 9 each, leaving them with 11. Damaging the stabilizer for the turret. For, I'm not sure actually what effect that has. The Vedette missing on a 10, Vedette landing a hit on a 10 to the archer's left torso for 5. Stalker at the Vedette hits it in the front with the large laser, destroying another stabilizer, but missing with everything else. Skulker hitting Ash in the center torso with a medium laser. Ash hitting the Saracen in the left side twice, stunning the crew, hitting it in the rear, costing it half its movement points. Left side, down to 0 armor. Front, costing it another half of its movement points. So he's going to go from being an 8-12 to a 4-6 to a 2-3. Cicada missing, Crusader missing, Dragon missing, Blackjack. Landing 2 hits on the LRM-20 turret, down to 32 structure, but no crits. Oh, stunned the crew, actually. Did get a crit. The Saracen missing on 10s and 9s. The LRM-20 turret landing 9 LRMs on the Blackjack's right leg. Physical attacks. Wait, what? I don't know why it does this. We don't have any physical attacks to make. Alright, we've one initiative going into round 2. We're at 99%, they're at 95.7%. Hoser will continue advancing at a walking pace. Warwolf will continue at a reckless walk. Ash. Hold off on that. Tsubasa, can we not fall this time? Actually, I want to keep eyes on that LRM turret if we could. Maybe a couple more hits. Okay, the Skulker has a medium laser. He's at 8 hexes, that's long range. Saracen has SRMs, he's at medium range at 6 hexes. We stand still. Yeah, we can stand still and take some fire. We haven't taken much damage at all yet. Yeah, we'll stand here for a second. Hoser's got the Crusader on 10s, the Dragon and the Vedette on 11s, the Flamer turret on a 5, the LRM-20 turret on 3s. Yeah, that's going to be 1, 2, 3 on the LRM turret, and we'll follow that up with Tsubasa with a pair of 3s as well. Warwolf at the Saracen on 6s or the Crusader on 8s. Let's finish off this Saracen if we can. That might be overkill. Yeah, we'll try to conserve some ammo and not overheat just yet. Ash, you've got... looks like the Skulker is going to be your target on 8s because everyone else is going to be 12s. Alright, the Vedette missing on a 9. Hoser landing 3 hits and leaving it with 2 structure. The Skulker missing, the Blackjack finishing the turret off. The Crusader missing on 12s and 8s. The Dragon missing on 10s. The Stalker at the Saracen hitting it in the left side and destroying it. The Archer at the Skulker hits it in the front, costing it half of its movement points. Hits it in the front, and the front, destroying the Skulker. Building collapses due to damage. So we are taking a big old chunk out of them right from the get-go. We've won initiative going into round 3. They're at 14% of their base turrets and 89% of their primary op4. Hoser will continue walking at a reckless pace. We make a 4, I hope we can. Ash would really like to get in close against this Crusader, I think, but don't know where the rest of them all are. He's in heavy woods. Maybe we could... I don't know. The 4, got the 4 with an 8 actually. Oh, Warwolf almost went down. Needed a 4, got a 4. Hoser, we've got the Crusader on 8s. Or we've got 3 Flamer turrets. Those look like our options. We'll go for the Crusader on 8s. We'll throw in a 12 just to be at 1 heat. Warwolf at the Crusader on 8s as well. 8s and 12s. We'll go up to 1 heat on a 12. Ash at the Crusader on 8s. And the Blackjack at the Crusader on 11s. Do that just to be down 1 heat. Alright, Vedette hitting Ash in the right leg with an SRM. Hoser landing 1 out of 3 PPCs on the Crusader's left torso. Cicada hitting Ash in the left torso and the left leg with medium lasers. Warwolf missing on 8s and 12s, landing 6 LRMs to the left arm and center torso of the Crusader, landing 3 SRMs on a 12. The center torso, and right arm, critting on his upper arm. Lucky little shot. I'm glad that I took that shot. The Crusader missing on 12s and 8s. Ash at the Crusader landing hit on the right leg. Well, would have been the right leg, but it goes into the building he's using for cover instead. Hit him in the left arm, hit him in the head, forcing his first consciousness check. Flamer turret missing on 11s, Blackjack missing on 11s. Crusader needs a 7 to stay standing, gets a 4. It takes 5 to the left torso and 2 to the right arm. Needs a 7 to avoid damage, gets a 9. And again, no physical attacks. Alright, so that is going to put them at 88% of their forces. We're at 98% of ours. We've won initiative going into round 4. Continuing to advance at a reckless walk. On 3s, just need to not get snake eyes. That's basically what it comes down to. Or 3 in these cases. Can we block him in at all? No, not this turn. Cicada. I wouldn't mind taking him out. 2 medium lasers, hit a full armor, high glass cannon quotient. Alright, nobody failed their piloting skill check. Hoser's got the Vedette on 5s. Yeah, I think that's going to be the shot. And we'll throw in a 7 just to be at 2 heat. Warwolf. The Crusader's on 9, the Vedette's on 3, the Goblin's on 5s. Might take out the Goblin if we could real quick. On 5s and 9s. We'll go up to 2 heat for that. Ooh, Warwolf is taking some concentrated fire too, it looks like. So is Ash. Ash has the Cicada on 7s. And Tsubasa does not have the Cicada. Tsubasa has the Vedette on 7s. For heat neutral. Works for me. The Vedette missing on 8s and 10s. The Vedette landing an autocannon 5 to Ash's chest. 23 armor remaining. The Goblin missing on an 8. Hoser missing his first 2 shots at the Vedette. But the 3rd shot hits it in the right side and the fuel tank explodes. So that is a kill for Hoser. Even though he was rolling terribly. A 4, and a 5. That's the odds for you. Flamer turret missing on 11s. The Cicada landing 2 medium lasers to the left torso and right leg. That left torso is down to 8 armor. Vedette on the mech, only get as much as you need. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no kill like overkill, but as long as you get the kill, it works for me. Stalker at the Goblin hits it in the left side with 2 large lasers, stunning the crew for a turn. Hits it in the left side with a medium laser. Hits it with 6 LRMs to the left side and the turret. And then 4 SRMs to the front, rear, and left side twice, which destroys the Goblin tank. Crusader missing on a 12. Archer at the Cicada hits it on the left torso with a medium laser, down to 1 armor there. Left leg critical, goes to the lower leg and the foot, so he's going to be down to 6-9 movement. Griffin missing on a 10. Dragon landing 8 LRMs on Ash's right leg and right torso, down to 20 armor on that torso. Blackjack at the Vedette hits it in the right side, down to 0 armor. Cicada needs a 7 to stay standing due to the leg actuator hits. Gets a 6, falls on his rear, taking 4 to the right torso, critting on one of his medium lasers, so that's half his firepower down. And again, no physical attacks. Stalker is at 2 heat, Hoser is at 2 heat, everyone else is running pretty cool. Going into round 5, we've won initiative. We're at 97%, they're at 76%. And reinforcements just keep showing up on this ridge. There's another Vedette now, or is that the same one? No, that's a different one. Where did the Vedette go that we were shooting up already? It had no armor on its left side. Was that this guy? That might be that guy. We're gonna continue recklessly walking, needing a 3. Oh, and that's a foot platoon now over there by the Crusader. Oh, the Cicada has come to play. Ash, what is your armor looking like? Your left torso is pretty weak, but you've got no one on your left side right now. If we stand still, we can unload on the Cicada. He's got no target movement modifier. We would literally just need our gunnery plus 2 for darkness. Yeah. We're going to lay waste to that Cicada. And we've got Tsubasa moving up from the left flank. Needs a 4 and succeeds. Got a couple of 12s there, that's nice. We got the Crusader on 8s, we've got the Vedette on 5s. We go for the Vedette. Easy shots, why not? That puts us at 3 heat for the turn. We've got the foot platoon on 5s. There's 14 of them. They're not in the open. We've got the Crusader on 7s. He's target prone and at range. And why? I don't know why I'm able to see him past that building if he's prone. But we'll take some shots on some 7s. It's that or the infantry. Yeah, we'll save our ammo just a little bit. Ash is here to take on the Cicada on 6s with everything. Hopefully we can, and if we don't, we can always hatchet him. We've got the Crusader on 7s, or we've got the Cicada on 7s as well. Yeah, let's bust out those medium lasers. They're way more efficient than the ER larges. Alright, triple flamer turret missing on 11s. The Vedette missing on a 9. Hoser at the Vedette hits it in the left side and the front twice, leaving it with 0 armor. Large laser to the left side leaves that with 0 armor. So stripped the armor off 2 sides, but didn't do any real damage. The Vedette missing on a 9. The Stalker at the Crusader hitting him in the center torso with a large laser. Hitting him in the left leg with a medium and the right torso with another. Missing with all the missiles. The Cicada at Ash hitting him hitting her in the left torso with a medium laser down to 3 armor. Small laser down to the right leg down to 15. The Crusader missing on 12s and 8s. The Flamer turret missing on 10s. Ash at the Cicada, return fire. Right arm for 5, down to 5 structure. Right leg, head. First consciousness check, needs a 3, gets an 8. Left arm down to 5 structure. Right torso down to 1 armor. Left torso down to 6 structure. Medium laser to the left arm, destroying it. Medium laser to the right torso, transferring into the engine and the gyro. Cicada going down. The dragon missing on 10s, 11s, and 12s. The griffin missing on 10s. The dragon landing a medium laser on Ash's right arm. Blackjack at the cicada hits it in the left torso and transferring into the center torso. Medium lasers to the center torso, and center torso, leaving it with 6 structure. It falls, takes 4 to the left torso, which transfers to the center torso, leaving it with 2 structure. Needs a 13 to avoid damage, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 8. We're not doing that, we're not doing that. We are on a 0, yeah, we'll do that. And hatcheted him in the left leg, which it destroys the leg and transfers 3 points to the left torso, which transfers to the center torso and destroys the cicada. And so, Hoser's Ride is at 3 heat. The dragon, or the griffin, excuse me, is at 2 heat. Everyone else is running cool. We are 4 minutes left. We've won initiative for round 6. We'll walk at a non-reckless pace this turn, just because we're approaching that water and there's really no rush. As a matter of fact, it might be worth starting to pull back. We're getting into the range of the flamers and the foot platoons. We've definitely got them as far as long range weapons go. We have the advantage with the ERs and the PPCs and the LRMs. Oh, the Griffin is coming to play. Let's see, the Crusader did not move. Target movement mod of 0. We could jump on him, or we could jump here. That would put the flamer turret on our left side, which is our weak side. But we're a laser boat, so we're not exactly worried about ammo crits. What is this? Depth 1 water, actually? Yeah, we'll get to medium laser range of the Griffin. Needs a 3 to stay standing, gets a 9. Alright, Hoser, you've got foot platoon on 7s, we've got the Vedette on 5s. Let's try and finish off that Vedette. 3 shots should do it, we'll cool down this turn. Warwolf at the foot platoon on 5s and I believe 9s, since we're specialized. Wait. Threes and 7s. Works for me. Ash, you came here to mess up this Crusader as much as possible on 9s. Statistically, we should hit with a couple of those, but it won't be overwhelming damage. We've got 9s on the Griffin. We might hit with 1 or 2 of those. Foot platoon hits Ash in the right leg and right arm. Hoser hits the Vedette in the front, destroying it, and follows that with 2 more shots to the front. Crusader missing the Stalker. Stalker at the foot platoon, killing 1, 2, 3. Well, we started at 14 guys, and we ended at 3 guys. So killed 11 of them. Flamer turret missing on 11s. The Griffin missing on a 12. Ash at the Crusader on 9s, landing 4 for 4 to start with, leaving him with 4 armor on that left torso. Well, that was our luck for the night. We used it all on these 4 rolls. 9, 12, 9, 9. Jeez. Flamer turret at the Blackjack hits it in the right arm and right torso. Blackjack at the Griffin hits him in the right torso with a medium laser, and the center torso with another. No one took 20 plus damage, so no one needs to check. We will go ahead and skip, catch it on a 5, or we can kick him on a 4, but there's a chance we would fall down. No, there is not much chance of us falling down. We need a 3. We need a 4 to hit, 14 damage, right side table, yeah. Kicked him in the left torso for 14, leaving him with 5 structure. And that, ladies and gentlemen, we've won initiative. We're at 96%, they're at 63%. Let's go ahead. We've won initiative. We've got sensor returns. This is where we are going to go ahead and save our game. We're going to call this... Actually, cancel. Which base was this? I forget. That was hostile facility. That was orbital defense. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I will do that as soon as I save my game. Do we already have an orbital? We already have an orbital. We'll save over that one because we don't need that one anymore. And we'll go ahead and save it again, and we'll call that one the exit save. And disconnected, yes, we'll go ahead and save our campaign here after having advanced all of 1 day. So that's gonna be /raid big fluffy 10000. And with that, I'd like to wish you all a good night. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Discord is in the bio. Have fun with Big Fluffy. We'll see you guys later. Oh wow, I had 7 viewers. Wow. Alright. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you next week. Wait, right now. That would help.